Dan Shannon, Ghostbusters Chicago Division, your Ghostbusters troop outside the loop. I've actually been getting a lot of requests to do a video, and a lot of people have been sending me a video because of this. You know who you are. Anyhow, what is the one drink that we all know, that we all love from our childhood, the most awesome thing in the entire world? No, not Crystal Pepsi. No, we are actually talking today about Ecto Cooler.
I like Crystal Pepsi.
Shut up! You're the cameraman. Cameramen don't talk. Neither do dead men, if you get my drift. Anyhow, back in 1987, when the real Ghostbusters was out there and, you know, doing pretty good for itself, the companies, both Columbia and Deke Entertainment, the people that were actually making the cartoon, decided we need some cross-promotion. So, after they talked with High C, they created the most awesome drink in the universe, Ecto Cooler. An orange and tangerine drink that, for the most part, for about 10 years, even years after the cartoon had ended, was still on the shelves with Slimer on the box. Of course, for an additional 4 years, Ecto Cooler was still there without Slimer, but since then, it had actually been reincarnated a good couple of times, until finally in 2007, it disappeared. A lot of fans of Ghostbusters had been jonesing pretty heavily for Ecto Cooler, and the best alternative they had was Orange Lava Burst, also made by High C. It's about this time we give them exactly what they've been looking for. Alright, to essentially make Ecto Cooler, you're going to need your essential ingredients here. Now, 10% of all High C juices actually contain juice. The rest of it is about artificial flavor and sugar. So we have, right here, we have no pulp orange juice. We have 100% pure tangerine juice. Now you can find the Tropicana just about anywhere. You'll have to look on noblejuices.com to find this in particular. The best alternative to use for this is actually getting a can of mandarin oranges and actually getting all the juice out of it yourself. It's very grating and very much of a pain in the butt, but whatever. Right here, of course, what's the essential ingredient for everything of our childhood? Sugar. Pure, sweet sugar.
The ingredient that fed the Ritalin industry for years.
Thank you for that commentary, cameraman.
What can I say? I have ADD. What's that?
Remind me to slap you later. Anyhow, we've also got Country Time Lemonade. Now, for most juices, you'd notice like there was like some sort of a weird tartness to it. They usually put ascorbic acid in most of the juices to, you know, it preserve the flavor, but of course give it a little bit of a tartness. The lemonade will actually add to that. Country Time already has sugar in it, so I'm going to go over the essential amount you're supposed to put in for sugar. Don't try to go over that, trust me. Of course, of all things, you need your base ingredient.
Oh, whoa. Are you sure that's, I mean...
I decontaminated it. It's safe.
But it says right there, radioactive.
I know what it says. I know what it says. I decontaminated it. It's safe. It's clean. There's nothing dangerous about it. Jeez. Children, you're always fucking panicking about something. What in the... Oh, relax. It's just plutonium-238. Ah, yes. Flavor Aid. Now, Flavor Aid is a Kool-Aid kind of drink mix that you can actually find online if you know where to look. If you go to mybrands.com, you'll be able to look up Flavor Aid. It'll have both the tangerine and the orange flavors. Of course, you can't have Ecto Cooler without it being the awesomeness that is the green color. Now, the bad thing about the Flavor Aid is that it's very, very orange. But with the modern technology that is, we can actually take our green dye and make what we want. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get your measuring cup, and you're going to want to start with the juices. Now, we're going to start with the orange juice. You're going to want to put in 3/4 of a cup to 1 gallon. Get your little container here. Pour that in. Then we got to get our tangerine juice here. Once again, 3/4 of a cup to a gallon. Now, once you get that, we're going to put in our flavor aid, both the tangerine and the orange. Just dump them in at the same time. Oh, it smells like citrus.
That's because it's a citrus fruit, and that's why it smells like citrus.
Milton, shut up. You're an intern. I could throw you out of here as easily as I brought you in here.
I just want to say that it was
Just be quiet.
Citrus.
Can you be quiet? That'll be great.
Citrus.
Alright. It is a pain. It is like Kool-Aid. It's such a pain. Now, for your Country Time lemonade mix. You don't need a whole lot of it. You just need probably about 1/3 of a scoop. Like that. Like 1/3 to 1/2 of a scoop.
And it goes to the mixture.
Thank you, Omniscient Cameraman.
Yeah, well, I got tired of sitting and being a tripod, so I'm going to be active in this.
Alright. Now, just start by mixing that up a little bit. Be sure not to spill this on yourself. This will turn your shirt orange. But on the plus side, you'll smell like sweet citrus, and ladies love it. Now for the big one, the sugar.
Sugar!
Now, I will note that you may want to adjust how much you put in there, depending on your own flavoring to it, because if you put in 2 cups, it's way too sweet, because after all, the Country Time already has sugar in its mixture. So you want to be very careful with that. So we're going to start out with a 1/2 cup. You can move up to 3/4 of a cup if it's still not to your liking, but it's usually better to just take your spoon and throw it in like spoonful at a time.
White Gold, Texas tea sweetener.
You can tell my cameraman is a big fan of being on 4chan and saying a lot of stupid shit.
Actually, that's from The Simpsons, dude.
I don't care what it is, because most likely it ended up on 4chan.
Lots of things end up on 4chan.
My point exactly. Okay, so now you take your wonderful sweet sugar, and then you want to add that right in. Of course, if you were using the juice, it is going to stick on the bottom. So from there on out, we're going to just throw in the rest of it with water. Make sure you get all that wonderful sweet sugary goodness out. Waste not, want not. And there you go. Now, before you actually fill it all the way up, it's usually easier to just mix all your sugar and all that other crap while it's still kind of like halfway full. Makes it easier.
And now the music for the human blender. We've time elapsed as Dan has stirred the sugar for well over 2 hours now.
Hey, if you're going to do something, you got to do it right. It may take a little extra time. Now, you've got your concentrate ready. Just fill her up with some water.
From the tap is fine. Let's see this stuff here. Tangerine juice from Noble, 100% pure. Looks pretty delish on its own.
Alright, just make sure you mix up the water a little bit.
That was me hitting the camera because there was a fly by my face, and I meant to hit the fly, not my camera. Not the camera, it's not my camera. It's your camera. Fucking flies, goddamn. They smell the sweetness of the Ecto Cooler, they know what's coming.
Well, that and they also like the smell of shit. That's why they're attracted to you.
But anyway, we'll cut that part out.
Now, there it is. Your awesome... Wait a second, something's missing. Ah, yes. Food coloring.
That lovely radioactive green color we all love so much.
Now, you could do this at your own discretion, however many drops it is. Usually I go with about 5 because it completely covers up the orange coloring. And I'm not exactly sure if that was the exact number I picked, but you can always add more. It ain't gonna make it taste any different, so... You see, I was a little off on that.
Still pretty orange, yeah.
You may have to just use half the bottle.
Oh, that looks pretty green.
It ain't gonna be perfect on that one, but hey, you wanna know what?
Would you like a bigger spoon so you can actually just stir the entire pot at one time?
Yeah, that would probably help.
Alright, let me help. Istanbul, Constantinople. Big spoon.
Is that thing still rolling?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So now I got a big spoon for Dan to stir the pot with.
I got a big spoon! I ain't you!
I'm not cutting that out.
Great, I'm going to take an awful lot of flack from that community, so...
Because you're a retard?
Alright, there you go. Now...
Comes the best part, the tasting. I love the tasting. And we're back with Ghostbusters Chicago Division makes Ecto Cooler. Now, I was the cameraman, but only for the boring stuff. You see, my house, my rules, I get to taste test. Alright. I swear to God, this better not be radioactive.
It won't be radioactive. If you taste any heavy metal, I'm very sure there's just the metal shavings in there.
Looks like a spinach shake. Here we go. Ecto Cooler. Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. You're a genius. This is Ecto Cooler. This is fucking Ecto Cooler. Oh yeah.
See, always trust the fat man. He knows exactly what he's talking about. Well, it has been confirmed by a fellow fat man that we have actually achieved the awesomeness that is Ecto Cooler. Now for the next thing. The one thing that actually most fans of Ghostbusters as well as most adults would like. Can you mix it with vodka? Well, I would definitely recommend Dan Aykroyd's Crystal Head Vodka for such a concoction. But otherwise, I'd have to say it's pretty pure on its own. Cheers from Chicago Division.